Now, first off, I want to give a few shout outs. Shout out to each and every one of you guys who checked out the last video where I live reacted and analyzed the secret reports of Kingdom Hearts 3. You guys showed that video so much love and sharing it with all your friends. I see the support. I really do appreciate it. And I love discussing this stuff with you in the comment section below. And this video will be no different. Now, a big thing that stemmed from that last video was who the identity of Subject X would be from the told experiments that were done in Radiant Garden with them. Now, we're not too sure who that person is, and we all have our own different theories on why we think it's, say, Scold, or why we think it's Ava. We don't know. We really don't know who it is yet. But this cutscene right here, there are two cutscenes here. I really wanted to showcase this on my channel. I know there are plenty of other YouTubers who have already been talking about it. I wanted to reset our schedule and stuff for uploads, but there have been other YouTubers who've already discussed this and showcased this on their channel, and I want to do the same for you guys because some of my own close friends who's already beaten Kingdom Hearts 3 numerous times haven't actually seen these two cutscenes yet. Personally, I saw these in my own playthrough and I didn't even realize they were skippable, but you can actually come across Naminé's essence and what appears to be Strelitzia, Scold, or Ava. Now, most people are mainly keeping it between Strelitzia and Ava, as it kind of makes sense with, oh, Ava wasn't there during the epilogue, it more than likely is her. Or it makes sense for it to be Strelitzia, as if you've been keeping up with Union Cross, it just makes sense for that to be her. Now, I have my own theories, but I really do want to just showcase these cutscenes to you guys first and discuss them afterwards. I may pause in between them that may have little bits and pieces of why I think they're who and who. One, of course, we know is just Naminé. I mainly just want to show that scene off and give a little explanation on what that scene means, because those who missed that scene have no idea why something happened next when Sora gets back to where he needs to be. So I'm just gonna let these two scenes play out. Shout out to the footage from Everglow I found on YouTube for it, because all my footage of my first playthrough Kingdom Hearts 3 is corrupted. I'm so sorry. It made me so upset. But without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys these two cutscenes and you guys can enjoy.
Sora?
Yes?
It's me, Naminé.
Naminé?
I'm so glad that you managed to hold on to who you are.
Why are you here?
I was in Kairi's heart, but then we were struck by a powerful darkness, and I woke up here.
And Kairi?
I can feel her heart. She's fighting with all her strength to keep you from fading away.
So the reason I retained my form in this place...
It's because she's holding you together. Go to her.
I'm trying, but what about you? I can't just leave you stuck here.
It's okay. Really. Kairi is where I came from. So when she's safe again, Kairi is where I'll return.
Naminé, I know that I'm supposed to thank you. The date escape doesn't count. I need to say the words myself. But not like this. You and Roxas can't tell me you're okay with this. I know how much you're hurting. I felt that pain through Roxas.
He's the one they all miss. It's not me.
Wrong! What about me? Kairi, Donald, Goofy, the King. Roxas too, he misses you. And someone else special I know won't let you down.
Sora, thank you.
Well, then I'm gonna go save Kairi, so at least you'll be free of this place. Okay?
Wait.
Huh?
While sifting through memories, I spoke to Terra, the Keyblade wielder you've been looking for. He has a strong will, and it keeps him tethered to the realm of light. I'll try tracing that connection. Maybe that'll be enough to tip the scales in the other direction.
Huh?
Let's just say I've got your back.
That part of you? It reminds me of Kairi. Thanks, Naminé. Oh! That's not the official thank you.
Uh-huh.
Well, see ya.
Be careful.
Okay, now right there, the reason for that, some people completely miss that scene. So one, now we know why Sora is even here in the first place. We already knew he was pretty much between life and death in this situation, but now we know why he's even in this world between, the station of waking. Why is he holding his form? Why is he the only one here that kind of has a somewhat physical body? And it's because Kairi was keeping him together and tethered here. And even bigger, I feel, from this cutscene is directly after that, and after we collect all those Sora pieces and everything, then we come back to life, and then the scene repeats seemingly. Like, I completely was thrown away by that at first, even though I was like expecting it to happen. Next thing we know, the lingering will is there in that scene to face off against Terranord. And the reason for that was most people who missed this scene were like, what? Where did he come from? Now, the reason for that was because Naminé had contacted him and traced him back to where they were. And that's how Lingering Will was able to come here, know where they were at, and be able to save the day as Lingering Will. That is why he was there, and I thought that was huge, and that was a big miss scene. So I hope that clears up some things other people had. Now, I know some people were really psyched about that. Now, there's another cutscene that I find even bigger, so hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing this next scene of whomever it may be that's speaking with Sora.
Hello?
Good day.
Oh, cool! You can talk!
You look like a person. How is it that you retain your appearance? Are you special?
I'm a little hazy on the details.
As are we all.
So, whose heart are you?
No one's anymore. They took away my name. Everything about me.
No way! They couldn't have taken away your heart.
Only because it pines for another.
Yeah? Someone's coming for you?
I cannot be certain. He's been changed beyond recognition. His heart replaced with another's. But were he to regain his old self again, he would be distressed by my absence. So I choose to wait here, where he can find me.
Oh. Good. You have to believe.
Believe? Oh, you mean know in my heart he will return, without any proof?
Exactly. Believe. I thought it was all over for me, but a friend of mine looked me in the eye and said, "You don't believe that." So, who did this to you? Heartless steal hearts, so a nobody?
Somebody.
Really? Well, I wish I could help, but my situation's no better.
You must see to the tasks before you first.
The tasks before me? There's so many.
All the more reason for you to make an effort.
Yeah, you're right. I just wish I knew what to do.
Here you are on the brink, and yet you hold on to who you are. You possess a strong sense of purpose, and in that purpose you will find direction.
Thank you. I'm really glad we met. You cheer me up. I hope that friend of yours finds you soon.
Thank you. Me too.
Oh, hey, if I see him, I'll tell him that you're here. What's his name? Huh?
Our secret.
Now, what really makes this strange in this scene too is I know a lot of people are trying to compare voice actors, whether it being Strelitzia, who doesn't even have a voice actor as far as we know, and Lady Ava's voice actor from Key back cover. Now, what just makes beyond all of that is the context of what she's saying. And she's saying that she's waiting for a friend to rescue her and that she has been here for all this time. And she's saying that Sora has a strong sense of purpose. But if she doesn't have a strong sense of purpose, that must be why she is just kind of a star in this sense. Now, I want to go back to that cutscene just so I can really see everything that she had said. Now,
my ideal world draws one.
Somebody just subscribed. Hey, shout out to Hannah. Thank you so much, Hannah White, for subscribing. You are now a loyal knight. Welcome to the Hidden Kingdom. We are honored to have you. Now, this again puts together why I think it was actually Strelitzia. Now, for those of you guys that keep up with Union Cross, you know Strelitzia was actually killed by someone, and we don't know who it is, but we know it was a person. And that's why I kind of think, okay, this may be Strelitzia right here, because Sora brings the notion, you know, was it a Heartless, you know, or a nobody? But she says a somebody. So that means it's an actual person who did this to her. And I think that's really sad in the sense, I know a lot of people were saying, oh, Lady Ava, you know, when she fought Lucio, when she accused him of being the traitor, that could also be that, you know, Lucio was a somebody at that point. We don't really know the context because as far as we know, he might not have been. Again, we don't know the context of that. There was another scene too, right after when...
What's his name?
Yeah, right here when Sora is trying to find out what the dude's name is. But instead of telling the player, she freaking just whispers it in his ear where we can't see. No subtitles, panning away from the camera. Sora's reaction is the big scene here that really strikes this cutscene as important to me. The fact that if it was just some random person that we didn't know, like say if Strelitzia, if we're assuming that's her, or Lady Ava even said Lucio, I don't think Sora would have had that reaction. Or I just don't think that would have been the case. And that just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, if she had said Lorium though, I feel like that could have put a little bit more, I guess, idea in Sora's head. She more than likely would have said Marluxia, as seems she already knows what's happened to Marluxia, as she said that he's changed beyond recognition. Now, that's another big point that people who on Ava's side try to say, oh, it's gotta be Lucio then, because Lucio, even over Marluxia, is someone who's changed beyond recognition, because as far as we know, Lucio's had numerous hosts and he's looked completely different in each body he's possessed. And just now we know that he's in Zigbar's body. So that's just one body that he's in. We don't even know what Lucio looked like, because even in Key back cover, when we first actually met Lucio in an actual game, he was just in the cloak, so we don't know what he actually originally looked like. Same goes for the Master of Masters, of course, but it would make a lot of sense for this to actually be Lucio. Maybe she mentioned Zigbar, But by this point, it would have been, ooh, really, really strange. But it makes me really mad that this scene was missable in the first place, because this takes place before all the final battle takes place. Sora still went and fought and beat Xigbar before this point. I mean, right after this point. So if this scene is considered canon, why did they not make Sora say something about it? Like, hey, this girl I met is waiting for you to rescue her. You gotta do that or something. That's why it just makes me feel like, was it even Xigbar? If it was actually Xigbar, Sora would have definitely said something. But you could say the same thing to Marluxia in a sense. If it was Marluxia that she said, why didn't Sora say anything? Is this cutscene even canon? The fact that they made it missable. Are they gonna, was it an accident? Will Square Enix make a patch to make it so you have to talk to these people? Maybe they'll put a little mission objection where say information, talk to these stars or whatever, so that way we know you can't exactly miss it. I don't know, man, but I did want to touch on this topic just because I know a lot of people have been speculating it. A ton of people in the comments have already asked me to make a video about this. Now, personally, I still believe it's actually Strelitzia. It makes the most sense to be Strelitzia because we don't even know if Ava is still dead or anything. We don't know what happened to her. We all just know that in the epilogue, Ava couldn't come because of something that happened. Now, I believe what happened is Ava couldn't come because she's already here, technically. I know that's a really old theory, but it's the Kairi's grandma theory. I might go and make a video about that. I know that video has been blown out of proportion already now, but with a bunch of new information, I'd love to actually make that video myself and take my hands at it. I've never actually watched a theory on that. I've just heard it tons of times from people, but maybe I'll take a stab at it myself, depends on what you guys would like to see. Now, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is Strelitzia or Ava? I know I brought up a lot of different points here. I do want to just go over again why I think it's Strelitzia. It makes most sense in we don't know what happened to Ava, and if Ava is like, say, Kairi's grandma or something, she couldn't be dead or being here. It wouldn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Strelitzia, we know something happened to her. We saw her dead. So it makes sense for Strelitzia to be here, and Sora kind of died too. So it makes sense for Sora to be here and Strelitzia to be here. So that already puts another point on Strelitzia's side. And two, she's waiting for her brother to come. You know, we already know based off Union Cross that Lauriam was desperately searching for his sister. He has no idea what happened to her. No one even knows if she died. So we're just trying to find what happened to her. And maybe this whole thing, the whole reason why Marluxia joined the organization in the first place was to find more evidence, you know, finding out where his sister ended up being. We have no idea what his true purpose was. And I know a lot of people bring up that little bit from when you beat Larxene in the final battles too, that she says our secret the same way this mysterious star says the same thing. And we all know that Elrina, which is Larxene somebody, those of you guys don't keep up with Union Cross, was also helping Lauriam, which is Marluxia somebody, find Strelitzia. And she's the one who kind of saw Strelitzia's quote unquote ghost or essence of her in the building, and that's where Lauriam was trying to find her too. So it makes sense these two being in cahoots trying to find her. So maybe that's why both of them are so close and both of them are trying to find Strelitzia together. That's just what makes most sense to me. There's a lot of evidence standing there for it being Strelitzia, the person that Lauriam and Elrina were both trying to find. I'm not saying I don't think it's Ava because there's evidence stacked there too, but personally, I just think it's Strelitzia. But I definitely want to hear the argument you guys have in the comments. Please be respectful for one another. We all have different opinions. We all can see and connect different dots. And if you think anything I've said is wrong, please let me know, and I want to have this conversation with you too as well, and we can both debate in the comments. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you haven't already. That way you can become a loyal knight and join our hidden kingdom. You guys have shown me so much love and support, and I couldn't be more grateful. And if you haven't already, please share out this video. If you know anybody who else has been wondering who this person is, or you know one of your friends hasn't seen these cutscenes, definitely send this video out for them. We need the entire Kingdom Hearts community to know these two cutscenes exist. That way we all can be on the same page and theorize together together as a happy community. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember, my loyal knights, to always fly skyward.